led him into our kitchen with an apology at every step, and given him hot schnapps and water, and a cigarro of brave Tom Faggus. You never can say much, sir, in the way of reasoning, however gently meant and put, but what these women will fly out. It is wiser to put a wild bird in a cage, and expect him to sit and look at you, and chirp without a feathered rumpled, than it is to expect a woman to answer reason reasonably. Saying this, he looked at his puff of smoke, as if it contained more reason. I am sure I do not know, sir, I answered, according to a phrase which has always been my favourite, on account of its general truth. Moreover, he was now our guest, and had right to be treated accordingly. I am, as you see, not acquainted with the ways of women, except my mother and sisters. Except not even them, my son, said the Counsellor, now having finished his glass without much consultation about it. If you once understand your mother and sisters, why, you understand the lot of them. He made a twist in his cloud of smoke, and dashed his finger through it, so that I could not follow his meaning, and in manners liked not to press him. Now, of this business, John, he said, after getting to the bottom of the second glass, and having a trifle or so to eat, and praising our chimney corner, taking you on the whole, you know, you are wonderfully good people, and instead of giving me up to the soldiers, as you might have done, you are doing your best to make me drunk. Not at all, sir, I answered, not at all, your worship. Let me mix you another glass. We rarely have a great gentleman by the side of our embers and oven. I only beg your pardon, sir, that my sister Annie, who knows where to find all the good pans and the lard, could not wait upon you this evening, and I fear they have done it with dripping instead, and in a pan with the bottom burned. But old Betty quite loses her head sometimes by dint of over scolding. My son, replied the Counsellor, standing across the front of the fire to prove his strict sobriety, I meant to come down upon you to-night, but you have turned the tables upon me, not through any skill on your part, nor through any paltry weakness as to love, and all that stuff which boys and girls spin tops at, or knock dolls' noses together, but through your simple way of taking me as a man to be believed, combined with the comforts of this place, and the choice tobacco and cordials. I have not enjoyed an evening so much, God bless me if I know when. Your worship, said I, makes me more proud than I well know what to do with. Of all the things that please and lead us into happy sleep at night, the first and chiefest is to think that we have pleased a visitor. Then, John, thou hast deserved good sleep, for I am not pleased easily. But although our family is not so high now as it hath been, I have enough of the gentleman left to be pleased when good people try me. My father, Sir Ensor, was better than I in this great element of birth, and my son Carver is far worse. Aetus parentum. What is it, my boy? I hear that you've been at a grammar school. So I have, your worship, and at a very good one, but I only got far enough to make more tail than head of Latin. Let that pass, said the Counsellor. John, thou art all the wiser. And the old man shook his hoary locks, as if Latin had been his ruin. I looked at him sadly, and wondered whether it might have so ruined me, but for God's mercy in stopping it. End of chapter 51. Recording by Rachel Linton, Bristol, UK.